Good afternoon, basketball fans. We're coming to you live from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home of the Salem Spirits ladies basketball team, for today's coverage between the Spirits and the visiting Piedmont College Lions from Demorest, Georgia. My name is Mike Pettaway. I'm sitting alongside a somewhat familiar voice. He did a football game last fall for TriadSportsCoverage.com, Mr. Kirby Purvis. He was I'm not going to say a last-minute fill-in because we had some issues with some other broadcasters that had to be out of town, but Kirby was nice enough to answer the call, as he always is. Kirby, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, thank you, Mike. Glad to be here. And if I need to work on my caller ID, I guess.
Yeah, you do. Because, but now listen, this is not racing and it's not football. This is basketball.
Oh.
So I know you can do the other two sports really well, and I'm pretty sure you know something about basketball. So we're looking forward to a great game between the Lions and the Spirits this afternoon here in Winston-Salem on the campus of Salem College. And today's game is going to present, I think, a bit of a challenge to the home team Spirits. I think yesterday they came out and actually won a game against Johnson, Tennessee. Actually beat them by 7 points on a game that really on paper it was looking like it was going to be another loss for Salem, but they came through, played a great ball game, great team effort. Just everything went their way, and the kind of game that you want everyone to play. They were scrappy. They were all in the ball game, doing what they're supposed to. I talked to Coach Money after the game, and she was obviously really excited. That was her first win as a Salem College coach. This is her first year coming in, Kirby, as a coach of the Spirits. They had suffered a opening season loss to Guilford College.
Well, Guilford's a very strong college anyway, so that's a hard opener there.
Yeah, Guilford's always strong in their athletic program, so that was a tough match right off the start of the season. So they suffered a loss there, and then they came home and were defeated by Maryville, Tennessee, in their second game of the year, and starting 0-2 with a new coach. Sometimes that can take a toll on a team, on their attitude and their morale, but Coach Money got everybody refocused, and I think what she said was she told them they had to be hungry, and they were. They came out yesterday as a totally different group of basketball players doing things that you expect from a winning program. So I think they no pun intended, but they lifted the Spirits here at Salem College, because we were talking earlier to the athletic director, and she was excited that Coach Money did get her first win as a coach, and these young ladies got their first win of the season.
Well, as I was coming in today, Mike, I come in obviously from the front side of the complex through Old Salem, and the electricity coming through there, coming off of that win yesterday, was still evident all around the campus.
It's always, obviously, when you win a game of any sport, the students always get really excited, and when you win a game of that caliber, and then knowing that a team like Piedmont's coming in here today, it's going to take everything that Salem has to pull out another victory. But like we were saying before the game with the athletic director, that's why they play the games. I mean, they're not decided on the books. You got to come and play the game. But just to update our Salem fans on the Piedmont team, what's really impressive about Piedmont is they're averaging 84.5 points a game in a 4-0 record this year.
That's impressive on its own.
Yeah, just scoring 84 points is pretty impressive. And then on the defensive end, they only give up around 62 points a game. So when you enjoy a 20-point margin of victory in your first 4 games, you know that you have everything working on both ends of the floor. And you and I were sitting here watching the Piedmont Lions warm up in pregame, and some of the drills they were going through, you can tell that they really take this game serious. And one of the assistant coaches standing under the basket giving instructions and making sure that these young ladies are focused on their task at hand. I mean, every game you got to play. You don't just win because you come in with a big record. And one player we were noting in the stat sheet was their leading scorer. And we really can't identify that individual because they have their warm-up jackets on. But we know it's number 23, Mary Kate Bushton. And she has hit 10 of 23 shots from beyond the three-point range in 4 games. Now, Kirby, I wouldn't want to play her in a game of horse because that's impressive. I mean, to hit almost half your three-point shots. And we saw a couple of young ladies in the warm-up that were, either one of them could have been Mary Kate, because they were really burning the nets from out in three-point land. They
were, Mike. And also something that Salem has to do in this game is they have to slow the game down, because it looks like Piedmont is a running gun team, and it's going to wear them out in speed and it looks like that's probably what they've done to their opponents in the past. So if Salem can get them to slow down, then we might be looking at a tight game here.
And it looks like Piedmont is very deep in the bench. They've got 15, I think, kids in uniform, and they look like they're all about equal talent. So it's going to be a real challenge for Salem. But the home team will be prepared. Coach Money is, you take that first win, and I'm sure that does a lot for her morale, and it boosts her confidence in what she's trying to teach her team. They're actually beginning to buy into her style of coaching, into her philosophy, and we're going to see if all this will pay off in the end. Because one thing we noticed too by looking at the stat sheet is the height of these players from Piedmont. They've got I think you got three players that are 5'10", and then you got one player, Dakota Sullins, who is 5'11". So you've got three players that are 5'10" or better.
And they're all from Georgia home ground. So what are they feeding the kids down here, Mike?
I don't know, but telling you what, that just by watching them warm up, there's some great athletes on this side of the court. And we can't forget about our home team, Salem Spirits. In yesterday's game, watching these kids perform, Sabrina Shepard, young lady from Selma, North Carolina, she actually led scoring yesterday with 25 points. And Sabrina, she had one of those games where everything she threw up seemed like it went in the bucket. She would get the inlet pass in the lane, just turn around with a short 7 or 8 foot short jump shot and hit every one of them. Then she decided, I'm going to go outside and shoot some threes. And wow, just when the team needed them, when Johnson was making somewhat of a comeback, Sabrina came down in the corner and hit a three-pointer, and it just brought the says, but I've been told this morning she's actually from Hartford, Connecticut. Now I actually went to high school 8 miles east of Hartford, Connecticut, so I'm familiar with that part of the world, and they turn out some great basketball players. So Q Lewis is, when you watch her play today, number 13, she's a real important part of the Spirits lineup. She'll take the ball to the hoop, no matter if she's triple teamed, she'll take it to the hoop, and she's very aggressive, which, sometimes you got to have those people that are willing to get in there and battle it out. And sometimes you get the calls and fouls, sometimes you don't, but you got to go with the flow. Whatever the referees are calling on that given day, you got to be able to accommodate what they're doing and adjust your game and your style. And hopefully yesterday the Spirits didn't have any foul trouble, but sometimes when you play a team that is better or a team that is faster, quicker, you have a tendency sometimes to operate about a half a step behind the other team, and that usually turns into reaching fouls and trying to compensate for a lack of speed or lack of quickness. So we'll see if the Spirits can stay with this team from Georgia, if they can maintain a reasonable defense against these big players. I mean, it's going to be really a challenge for our low post people to handle these three. I'm sure they're going to have 2 or 3 5'10" and the 5'11" players on the floor, and that's going to be something to watch. Well, we got just a minute. We want to say we'll be here on Tuesday night when the Salem Spirits host the Emory and Henry, also another Georgia team, will be coming into Winston-Salem on Tuesday, and that'll be the final game of before Christmas for Salem. Their next game will be on December 29th. So we'll be here on Tuesday night to bring you all the action of the Salem Spirits as they take on Emory and Henry. And I guess Emory and Henry is actually one school. It's not two schools.
Not two separate schools, okay. Just one school, Mike.
Okay. So they're
Emory, Henry.
They're not related to William and Mary then. You don't know, do you?
No, well, that's a tough question, but I'm going to go with a no for 200, Alex.
Okay. Alex is not here. But we want to say that we're glad to be here for this Sunday afternoon game. I know yesterday's afternoon contest was had a pretty good crowd in the stands here, and this place gets pretty loud when things are going well. So we'll see how it goes today. I want to pass along some thanks to our sponsors. Our primary sponsor for broadcasting sports is Bibbs Downtown here in Winston-Salem.
Love the meatloaf.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe, and we want to say we appreciate what Bibbs has done for us the last year and a half, almost 2 years now. And we are in the process of planning a Christmas show at Bibbs. Probably it'll be within the next week to 2 weeks, a show with hopefully Santa Claus like we had last year, and bring in a bunch of kids, have a great time. We're in the planning process to make that happen again this year. It was such a big success, and everybody enjoyed themselves. So stay tuned on the website for more details about that upcoming show. Thursday night and Friday night, we are planning to broadcast high school basketball with Winston-Salem Christian School as our host school for those two broadcasting events. Be a girls and boys game on Thursday and Friday. And before we get too far, we got to give a shout out to Parker Southern and Caleb Walter. Those two young men were the broadcasters yesterday. Mr. Walter is a broadcast major at UNC Chapel Hill, and Mr. Southern is a broadcast major at UNC Greensboro.
Wow.
And they do a great job of broadcasting, a great duo, great team. And it was fun to, I was kind of like the third man out yesterday. I was actually running the board and doing those stats, and to listen to those two, how professional they are and how much they want to do this, as a career. And
then you call me to follow this up, Mike?
Well, I want to show the people
both sides
of the spectrum. We had
what to do yesterday and what not to do today.
Yeah, two great ones yesterday and two we don't know yet.
The old fogies
today.
The two young up and comers and the two old fogies on the second day.
And we also have in the house today Miss Cameron Hutchins. She is doing our photography. Cameron is a sophomore at Winston-Salem Christian School, a basketball player. She's also an extraordinarily good photographer, sports photographer. She's done photography for the website for 2 years now, and she's did not have a game today, so she was able to come over to the basketball court today at Salem College. She will take some great photos of both teams in action. They will be posted on triadsportscoverage.com later this evening once we get home and get the stats put together, write a brief summary or article about the ball game, and we will have some great shots of all the action from Miss Cameron Hutchins. And Kirby, it looks like it's getting close to time for the introductions, and if they do what they did yesterday, we'll have introductions and we'll have the national anthem. I believe will come after that. But we're definitely getting close to game time. It shows on the scoreboard 1 minute 20 seconds to go before tip-off, and we'll see if usually everything kind of falls into place here. That they're pretty definite on their time schedules. When I did their soccer games, if they said the game was going to start at 2:12, it started at 2:12. I mean, they were.
There you go.
Of course, this is college sports, and they have schedules to keep, and the referees have to be, on time. Everything has to go according to plan, and we do have our three referees in the building. I do recognize two of them from a lot of high school games I've covered over the years, and I know the young lady referee. She's a very good official. I've seen her do some games, and one thing about her is that she wants you to know that she's going to be in charge.
Yes, sir.
If her whistle blows, you want to listen to her. So we're looking for a great game.
Well, one good thing I noticed about the referees, I didn't see a CNI dog when we came in.
I usually I try to lay off the referees, but sometimes I become too much of a fan and I make comments. But you know what? And we've done other events together and we've been racing together. when you got to make a split-second decision.
Yes, you do.
Sometimes it may not agree with 99% of the people, but that is the way you see it, and that's what you make your decision on.
Exactly.
And they're humans. They're going to make mistakes. So the public address announcer is reading the sportsmanship script that they always read before the game. I believe they're going to do the national anthem. And if they do, we're going to pause and let the listening audience take in the national anthem before the introduction of the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and render proper honors for the play of our national anthem.
So we're going to pause for the national anthem. And we are back after the playing of the national anthem. And the public address announcer will be introducing the starting lineups. And what we will do is we will echo what he says.
At guard position, a junior from Gainesville, Georgia, number 10, Taylor Swazkowski.
So Taylor Swazkowski is a starter for Piedmont at the guard position.
LaShonda Jones. A junior forward from
Also starting for
Number 21 is Lucinda Jones out of Warner Robins, Georgia.
a freshman forward from Columbia, Georgia, number 25, Dakota Sullins.
number 23 was Mary Kate
32,
Bushton. Number 25 is Dakota Sullins. And the final starter for the Lions, number 32, is Brianna Barrett. So their top 5 scorers are actually their starting lineup.
Yes, sir.
And now for the Salem College Spirits.
first year guard from Sandy Ridge, North Carolina, number 2, Hannah McBride.
Hannah McBride starting at guard. She is out of Sandy Ridge, North Carolina. Number 22, Alexiana Bush from Fayetteville, North Carolina. And from New Britain, Connecticut, number 12, Kenna Amos. Q Lewis from Hartford, Connecticut, number 13. And number 21, Oberlin, Louisiana, Lolis Crystal, or Crystal Lolis, backwards. So we're almost ready for tip-off, Mr. Purvis, and the fans are, it's a pretty good crowd here in the bleachers over beside us.
And it looks like they're still trickling in right before game time, which is always a good sign.
We have our photographer over here on the end of the court already going to work, taking some great shots. The Spirits will be going from our left, our right to our left in the first half, and obviously the Lions will be going from left to right. They'll be scoring in front of us. Here we're on the bleachers side of the court here at Salem College. They only have bleachers on one side. We're facing the scoreboard, the scores table, and the Salem bench. And the tip-off is controlled by Salem
College.
Ooh, what a move. That was Q Lewis going down. She was actually called for traveling, I believe. She took a couple of hop steps and jumps and So the first turnover of the ball game. Salem is now back on defense with Piedmont bringing the ball up the floor. Looks like a man-to-man defense in for Salem. Number 10 for Piedmont. Kind of a half-court press on defense.
Piedmont putting the pressure on real early in the game here.
So now the Salem brings it back out, sets it up with Amos out on top to Lewis. Lewis drives the lane, passes it back out to the corner.
Hannah McBride working around the outside. Back around to Keenan Amos.
Amos throws up a prayer, no good. It was actually did not hit the rim, and it was a 30-second shot clock violation. So 2 turnovers on 2 possessions for Salem. And Piedmont brings the ball back up the floor with Bushton and Barrett.
LaShondra drives under the basket with another nice layup.
Wow.
LaShondra Jones, number 21, drives straight through the middle with a layup for you.
And we have another turnover on the inbound play, and ball's going to remain in the possession of Piedmont after a quick 4-0 lead.
Brianna Barrett with the inbound pass.
Number 25, actually, they're going to call a foul on number 21, Crystal Lolis, with that foul.
Serious foul, number 21, Crystal Lolis. Her first, team's first.
Piedmont's ball back out. Number 23, Mary Kate, puts one up.
She misses a three-pointer. Rebound by Lewis. Little contact, no call.
Hannah McBride takes it down, misses her layup on it. Back up on the air.
That was a rebound by Bushton. Out front for number 21, LaShondra Jones. And she makes a breakaway layup to bring the score quickly up to 6-0 with the Spirits haven't quite gotten into the ball game. They've had a couple chances to score some very short putback shots. They haven't been able to make anything. And quickly, Moni takes a timeout to get her troops, refocus and gathering them up and calming them down, because as you mentioned in the pregame that this could be a fast-paced ball game, and
Salem's got to slow them down in order to get control of this game. And
if Salem doesn't score on their possessions, it could be a double-digit deficit here in a very short time. So after the timeout, with 18:23 to go in the ball game and a 6-0 Piedmont lead, Lewis takes the ball inbounds over to Lewis now travels. I think that's 4 turnovers in 5 possessions for Salem, and that's just not going to happen. So,
and Piedmont's putting pressure on them on both ends of the court.
So now Piedmont back on offense. Nice pass down and low. Number
Brianna under.
25 with a short jumper. It does go off. I'm going to say it went off the lines underneath the Lion basket, so it'll be a ball out of bounds for Salem. We got Sabrina Shepard coming in. Yesterday's high scorer comes in for Q. Salem having trouble getting the ball across midcourt. Yeah, it's a pretty hectic pace right now. Piedmont with a behind-the-back dribble almost.
Oh, and it was stolen.
It was stolen. That was a great move.
Hannah McBride comes up with the steal on that play. She puts it up in the air. That was Krista. Hannah McBride's come back down with the ball.
It's a man-to-man defense employed by the Piedmont Lions. Ball is way out toward midcourt with Amos trying to find someone open. Shepard over to McBride in the corner. McBride drives the baseline with a little floater. No good. Off the board. Rebound goes to number 21.
LaShondra Jones.
From Piedmont. They're quickly down the court. 2-on-1.
Mary Kate with the ball back under number 25 of Dakota.
I think Sabrina got away with a foul on that particular play, but the ball was, the shot didn't go, and rebound was hauled in by Salem. Crystal Lolis with the rebound. Again, Salem is slowing it down. As you said, Kirby, that's going to be the key to staying in this ball game, is taking the air out of the ball so that Piedmont can't run up and down the floor.
That's true, Mike, because
McBride.
Piedmont is putting the pressure on extremely heavy this early in the game.
So McBride jumper was short off the rim, rebound by Piedmont. There's
Lashandra back in.
number 21.
Lashandra Jones.
Another bucket. And again, it's a token pressure keeping the Salem players a little bit off balance. Looks like when they do get a shot, they're hurrying their shots. They're not really focused.
They're not really setting them up there.
And they're not really doing what they need to do. There's a shot by
Katrina Lolis.
And again, it was off the front of the rim. Crystal Lolis dribbling the ball out near mid-floor, trying to set up the offense.
Hannah McBride back with it on the key.
Long shot from Sabrina Shepard. Off the rim. Rebound. Here comes Piedmont down the floor.
Mary Kate back with it, going back to 21 again.
There's a foul. 21 for and it's going to be a foul on Sabrina Shepard, her first personal foul. 2 shots here with Jones' first shot, no good. 8-0 with 15:57 to go in the ball game. We have another substitution for Salem. We actually got Q Lewis coming in, and Michaela Sievers comes in for McBride, and number 24. Zakia Henderson is in for Salem. Second free throw is up and good, 9-0. Substitute for the shooter. Number 13 comes in. Carly Shields comes in for Jones for Piedmont. Inbound to the corner, double team on full court press, taken away by number 32.
Brianna Barrett.
Barrett. That full court pressure is really causing problems for Salem. There's a ball.
There's another steal.
Sievers tried to dribble between 3 players, and it was knocked away.
Brianna Barrett on the move with that steal and bringing it back down.
There's a nice baseline floating jumper off the backboard.
Julianne Bayer is the one making that one.
And again, the pressure is being applied. Salem picking up a dribble, hoping someone's coming down for a secondary pass. Now we get it across midcourt. And Henderson looks inside from the left wing. Dribbles across the middle with a little running layup. No good. Off the iron. It's rebounded by... It's actually going to be Salem ball. The ball is rebounded by the Lions.
Number 20.
20, and she stepped out of bounds, actually, with the ball. So it goes back to Salem under their end of the bucket. 15-10 to play. Q Lewis off the board, 2 points.
First 2 points on the board.
So it took them 15 minutes to score the first.
Carly Shields for Piedmont, back out to Barrett, back on the inside. Back to number 20, Chandler Iverson, driving in with the layup again. Does not fall.
That was a wide open lane. You could have driven a Volkswagen through there, but she just missed an easy layup. Henderson with the layup.
Number 24. Henderson does a nice layup down wide open.
Almost a steal by Q Lewis. Knocks it out of bounds. We got number 10 coming in for Piedmont. Taylor Swazowski replacing number 32, Brianna Barrett.
Once again, Piedmont back with a wide open game. Very fast pace.
3-pointer from the corner by Barrett was no good. Rebound goes to Salem. Sabrina Shepard out to Q Lewis in the lane. 360 off the board. No good. Rebound goes to number 12 for
Carly Sales.
Carly Sales grabs that rebound under the Salem bucket. Baseline drive is no good.
And it's off her foot.
And it's going to be Salem ball.
Off the foot of Taylor.
That was a great defensive play by Salem on that baseline drive. I think
Piedmont setting up the full court again.
Taylor was going to do a behind the back shot, behind the head shot, and just good defense knocked it out of bounds. Sabrina Shepard
with a 3-pointer.
She's the one that hit 3 of 4 3-pointers yesterday. So that's going to give a little bit of spark now. It's 11-7 with 13:47 to go and the clock moving here in the first half. It's a fast-paced ball game. A steal by Salem. Hugh Lewis takes it away. Down the floor. Whoa, long shot.
Oh,
whoa,
nice shot
goodness.
there. Nice shot.
That was number 3.
Which I don't have on my list.
Which is not on our roster. It may be Michelle Morgan. She was number 33 yesterday, but I'm not sure. So we do not have number 3 on our roster for Salem. We'll have someone run over to the scores table and let us know who that might be.
All right, as we're getting ready to get back under action here.
We're going to try to...
Mary Kate getting ready to inbound it.
We're going to try to get a name on number 3 because she drained that 3 from downtown, Mr. Purvis. That was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
Piedmont with the ball again. There's a foul going to be called probably on number 24 or 32.
24, it looks like. Yep. Miss Henderson would foul on that one.
Zakiah Henderson with that foul. And beautiful free throw by number 23.
Mary Kate Rushton.
Beautiful form.
She is one of the taller ladies on that team.
Second one no good, and we have...
Rebound by Miss Lewis.
Miss Lewis with the rebound.
She brings down the ball.
Nice pass down low to Henderson, and she is actually fouled.
Looked like Taylor had all ball on it, but the referee was behind her, so it did look like a major foul.
They're going to call it a foul before the shot. That player was Shaniqua Collins, who it shows number 5 on our roster, but it's number 3.
Way downtown once again. Number 3. Who did we figure that was?
Shaniqua Collins.
Shaniqua Collins is hot from the outside today.
From Hoffman, North Carolina.
Hoffman. Great little area there. Number 21 with the ball coming around the key. Driving in, sends it back out to number 10. Number Taylor. Oh, we're fighting over the ball there.
That was right in front of us, and looks like it was... That's probably a good call because I think we were on the ball when it rolled out of bounds. But Miss Henderson got pile drive into the floor on that play.
Ball's into number 25 with a nice layup, but no good. Get it up. Full pass down to number 24, Henderson.
By herself, trying to draw a foul, no good. Layup is short. The running lines again.
Taylor comes back
down. Nice layup by number 21 for the Lions.
Chandra Jones.
1-point ball game, 14-13 with the Salem Spirits down by 1.
Salem slowing the game back down, getting it under control on their end of the court.
Hugh Lewis with a short jumper. It's good. 15-14, and the Spirits again are up by 1 point with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Number 10 with a long 3-point bomb.
That's
Nothing but
Taylor?
net. That was a great shot.
Oh, and she just held the pose for everybody.
Wow, great shot. So that's going to make it 17-15 with the Lions back on top. Great little ball game going here first half.
Full court press. Crystal Lois is showing major ball control with this deal.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on defense by the Piedmont Lions. They're just all over everybody. There's a nice
Brianna
feed.
in.
Brianna with a nice
pass to Mary Kate Rushton.
Mary Kate Rushton with a great layup. Good ball movement, good movement without the ball. Someone's always open. They're always in motion, and that was a great read by Mary Kate. So that's going to stretch the lead to 4 now. But Kirby, so far, I've been pleasantly surprised by how, after getting off to a horrible start, was a 6-0 run right off the bat, and it took 5 minutes before Salem could get a point on the board.
Right.
But once they got going, and Shaniqua Collins draining 2 threes.
Back to back.
And, and one thing I'm liking about Coach Money, and we talked about it at a preseason practice, about she's not going to be reluctant to substitute, to have different combinations on the floor, because
right,
all good coaches, you may have a starting 5, but when you get 5 players on a given day that seem to gel and things start to build momentum, then that's what you go with.
And what works today may not work tomorrow.
Exactly. I mean, yesterday there was a different approach, and yesterday it was Sabrina Shepard burning threes all over the floor. So now we got Shaniqua Collins. So you got two weapons on the floor that can drain the threes, and that's always a critical part of the ball game. Now they've taken Collins out. Looks like McBride has come back in, number 2. Another thing that Coach is doing, I think, is she is using a lot of players, keeping fresh legs on the floor because of the aggressive play of Piedmont and how they apply so much pressure. The shot is missed by Salem. Now we're coming back down with Piedmont with the ball here on our end of the floor. Long
Brianna
three-pointer.
Back to Mary Kate. Does not fall.
Nice
Mary Kate gets her own rebound. I'm sorry, that was Dakota. LaShonda driving under with a pass out.
There's going to be a foul on Q. I believe Q Lewis with a pack on that layup. So the clock stops at 11:02. And that's going to send Dakota Sullins to the line for 2 shots. Man, it's quiet in here.
It is. It is. What's the old cliche? It's deafening quiet.
Nothing like the NCQMA track is where you can't hear yourself think.
And the roar of the engines.
And that's just the parents.
And
so
she makes them both.
She converts 2 to stretch the lead to 6 points now for Piedmont. 11 minutes to go in the first half.
And Piedmont being extremely aggressive on the inbound passes with a full court press on them.
McBride over to Lolis. Lolis out top of the key, looking for some motion down low. No one moves. She takes it in herself. Off the board, no good. Rebound, number 23 for Piedmont.
Mary Kate Rushton.
Nice
down
lead pass. Something
number 15 there.
Nice play by Hannah McBride. That was a no call, but she took the ball out of the hand of the Piedmont player who was getting ready to go up for a layup. Nice 360 spin move and a layup for Q Lewis. 21-17 as your Salem Spirits are hanging tough against the Piedmont Lions. There's a baseline drive. She's going to be forced out by number 32, Sabrina Shepard.
I think number 2 got a hold of her also with that one, Mike.
I think the
Spirits number 32, Sabrina Shepard.
Yep.
They could have called on either one, but Shepard was blocking her with the body on the baseline. So that's Shepard's second foul, which is critical. She's going to take her out of the game and bring in
number 22.
Henderson and Alexiana Bush. Alexiana Bush is coming in. First free throw was good, 22-17. Here goes the second free throw, and it's nothing but net with a 23-17 lead now with 10:18 to go. Q Lewis inbounding the ball to Henderson in the far corner. She's dribbling up the floor with some pressure as they pick set to clear her to get the ball across half court. They're going to call a reach-in foul.
Number 21? Yes, 21.
LaShonda Jones, that was a foul about 40 feet from the bucket, which was really unnecessary. Those kind of fouls, I'm sure, get the coaches upset because...
Well, I think what's happening here is Piedmont had underestimated Salem. And now they're getting that little frustration build up, and they're making careless mistakes.
Yep, they are.
Hannah McBride with the ball at the top of the key.
Nice pick and roll for number 13, Q Lewis. Short jumper, no good. Rebound under the bucket by the shortest player on the court. Zakiah Henderson with a putback. 23-19, 9:40 to play. First half. Spirits making a game of this. There's a drive right up the middle of the lane.
Barrett with the drive.
Rebound by Q Lewis.
Hannah McBride with the pass over
to Collins. She scopes out the defense. Nice
Pulls up
three-point
for
bomb.
Oh,
That was a long three-point bomb. She wasn't really set. I think she hurried that shot a little bit. She
I think so.
got a little bit over-anxious. No one was open in the corner for her to pass to. She just launched up a long shot. So air ball, as they say in high school games.
Air ball.
23-19 Lions.
Dakota with the drive in.
McBride looking for someone inbound it too. She gets it to Henderson here right in front of us. Henderson takes it up the court. 1-on-2.
Got a little breakaway.
Nice pass to...
Off the foot of 25, it looked like.
They're going to call a foul on number 24.
24, Julianne Bayer.
So that's,
I'm a little taken with the way that with Piedmont's doing their full court press because they're bringing all four of their front people down to cover them and only leaving one in backcourt.
Lewis with a set jump shot. No good. Rebound.
Hannah McBride.
Hannah McBride on the deflection picks it up in the corner. Now Lewis, we're going to call her for traveling. She did a little stutter step. She was wide open, and I think she was hesitant whether to drive or to put up the jumper, and she did neither and ended up taking a half a step. So now with 8:50 and counting, we have a 25-19 ball game here in the first half. Piedmont on the attack again.
Carly back out to Dakota.
Three-point shot off the front of the rim. No good. Great follow-up and rebound by Piedmont. Number 13 driving the baseline. No good off the rim.
Hannah McBride with the ball
with
coming
rebound,
out.
trying to control, and she does a great job, but she had to throw it away or else let it go out of bounds. So that was a good hustle by McBride.
It goes back to Brianna Barrett for Piedmont.
Little traveling music on the other side. Good call, ref. Number 20 she was kind of waltzing down to the sideline with the ball in her hands. And
I was looking for the orchestra.
So that's going to give the ball back over to your Salem Spirits. 25-19, 8 minutes and counting to go in the first half of today's ball game here from Salem College in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Henderson with the top of the key.
That was a knuckleball shot. That was kind of a...
Hannah McBride back out.
Collins again over in the far corner looking to throw up another three maybe. She passes it off to
Henderson
to Lewis with a short jumper. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Piedmont. Again, they're pushing it down
Brianna
the floor.
Baird bringing it back.
Skip pass over.
Chandler Alverson with the ball up.
No good on the short three-pointer. There's another
Carly Shields
rebound.
driving under it.
They're going to call a hacking foul. Number 13 was driving in lane, Carly Shields, and as she went up for the underhanded layup, she got hit on the arm.
Spirits foul number 3, Shaniqua Collins.
By Shaniqua Collins, her first foul of the ball game.
We have a 6-point ball game here, Mike. That's two hot three-pointers to tie this game up.
You bet.
Okay, now we're at a 7-point game. I tell you, if one thing I've noticed, Piedmont's good at the free throw line, and they're good for their long shots. Three-pointers, anything from the top of the key back.
But you know what's impressing me again today is the second free throw is no good. The rebounding that Salem is able to
pull down.
I mean, they did it yesterday against a bigger, stronger team. They're doing it again today with quickness and just hustle and desire. They want the ball.
Crystal Lewis set out one-on-one with Carly Shields.
They're going to call a offensive foul on number 21. Crystal Lola's kind of got out of control with that drive and was going to try to make a pass out to Henderson and ran over her defender, and it was a good call by the referee. Coach Mooney is up walking back and forth, looking over the situation.
Brianna Barrett dragging it down inside to number 24, Julianne Baird.
A three-pointer from the corner.
That's number Chandler Alverson.
I guess she was inside the line. They give her 2 on that one, 28-19. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Henderson over to
Keenan Amos. Amos with the ball.
Amos over to Severs.
McBride.
That's Severs, number 1.
Oh, Severs, I'm sorry.
The coach has been substituting a lot of players.
It's hard to keep up.
Don't know what that was, but it went off the backboard, and it was rebounded by Piedmont, and they come quickly down the floor again, setting
Brianna
up their
sets
offense.
up the offense.
Salem with the man-to-man defense, trying to
force Piedmont into a under the goal position.
Another three-pointer. Number 13 drains a three-pointer.
Carly Shields drops
it. 31-19. 6 minutes to go here in the first half, and the Spirits need to take the air out of the ball again and play their style and not Piedmont's style if they're going to stay in this ball game. So Henderson is out top of the key, dribbling, waiting for there's a ticky-tack foul out again, almost at half court. Number 32, I believe that was.
Piedmont foul. Number 32, Brianna Barrett, her first.
But Kirby, those kind of fouls, they're wasted fouls because you're no good hitting someone out there that far from the basket.
That's true. That's exactly true. That's totally uncalled for.
Here goes. Another number we don't have on our roster.
Who's getting our stats for us here? Bringing the ball down, number 13 is Carly Shields inside to number 12.
Nice play. Nice layup.
Carly Shields.
That may be Ashlyn Rector, she was number 14 yesterday, and now today they show her as maybe number 13.
Who have we got in as 15, you said?
Number 15 just came in for Salem.
Lauren Zolliger bringing it down. Number 13 there, Carly Shields puts it up again. Back out to number 12. Going over to number 2, Erin Clifford. Salem putting the pressure on them. Number 3 puts it up, Lauren Zoller.
Zollinger with missed shot.
Salem getting back down the court a lot faster this time.
Got an offensive foul. Amos with the .35-19 with Salem starting to fade away a little bit here.
Salem
nice
with the
steal
steal
by Henderson. She's going to go one-on-one for the easy layup, and converts.
It's good. Easy layup over Carly Shields.
So Henderson stole the ball right at the top of the key and drove the 3/4 length of the floor for a nice layup.
Number 24, Julianne on the outside with the ball.
There's a travel. So we got a substitute coming in. Number 21 comes in for Piedmont.
Number 21, LaShonda Jones.
Comes in. Also number 2, Erin Clifford, is on the floor for Piedmont.
Keenan Amos taking it down the court in all kind of traffic. Bringing it back out to
lob pass down low to Michelle Morgan. Morgan is fouled. That was a lob pass down to the baseline, and she was triple teamed, I guess, and the contact was made, and they called it against the defender. A running floater from the baseline, no good by, I'm going to say it's Ashlyn Rector.
Lauren Zoller with the ball.
Long three-pointer, nothing but net by number 2.
Erin Clifford.
That was a nice three-pointer. Again, we have more or less a token full-court pressure here for the Lions. Number 3 is now, that's Lauren Zollinger. Has a knee brace on her right leg. We were noticing that in pregame warm-up, but she's now in the game.
Back out to number 12, Keenan Amos.
No good.
No good.
Rebound goes to number 24, Julian Bayer. Off her foot, no call. 24 with a long three-pointer off the back of the rim. Rebound, she gets her own rebound. Nice follow-through, but it's taken away by Salem.
Henderson with the ball going back down court.
Right up the middle, wide open. Nice shot. Nice.
And the basket is good.
And we had some contact, but the referee let it go, and layup by Henderson brings it back to a 15-point ball game with 2:45 and counting to go in the first half. Another three-pointer by Zollinger, no good.
Back out to Zollinger again, going under the basket, and it falls.
Short running jumper that falls for Zollinger. 40-23. We have 2:25 and counting first half. Here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, on a wonderful, beautiful Sunday afternoon in Winston-Salem.
It almost feels like summer out there, Mike. I'll give you that one.
Lewis dribbling out near half court. Now she drives the baseline. Nice open pass to number. Oh, they missed a layup. That was Michelle Morgan. Morgan had a give me under the bucket and missed it.
LaShonda Jones
comes 21. Under. That was a baseline drive by Jones.
LaShonda Jones there.
And it looks like number. Yeah, Ashlyn Rector, number 15. Was called for that foul. She was actually on the backside of that drive, and when Jones went up, there was contact made, and made a call. Shooting foul. First one was off the rim, no good. Clock is stopped with 1:54. 40-23 in favor of the Piedmont Lions.
Still be in this ball game. If we can just get them to slow the game back down as we were doing earlier, pace the game instead of letting Piedmont run the game.
That was dribbling between two defenders.
Bridget Kelly comes up with it.
A nice breakaway 21 with a nice underhand layup.
LaShonda Jones.
Up on a turnover. 1:30 to go. 42-23. Forward to McBride. She drives the lane, dips it in to Morgan with a short layup. That was a great dish off by McBride. She drove the lane and got the attention of the defenders, and an easy layup for 33, Michelle Morgan. Now Morgan is guarding 21, who feeds it in underneath the number 12.
Jones.
Carly Sales was number 12. Was actually fouled by Hannah McBride, I believe.
And McBride, yes.
Hannah hails from Sandy Ridge, North Carolina. I'm sure you've been there.
Twice.
You've been everywhere, man. They wrote a song about you.
I've been everywhere.
Now, you're not getting paid to sing, please.
I wasn't going to sing. That's not in the contract.
So we got 1:03 to go. 43-25.
Carly Sales back up. And
Swish.
Nothing but net.
So the lead is now extended to 19 points. Clock starts with a minute to play. Henderson bringing the ball up. Again, the Piedmont defenders pick them up around three-quarter court. Just some token pressure just to let them know you're there. There's an errant pass, and it's taken away by Piedmont.
And 21, LaShonda Jones again on the move.
She was off balance.
Hannah McBride back with the pass.
To Morgan.
Morgan wide open and scores.
Oh. She just tripped over a player. But everything is okay with no one injured.
Back to 21.
Nice
LaShonda
feed
Jones.
inside to number 12, Sales, and she lays it up and in. 46-27. Clock moving with 23 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Salem can hold it for the last shot. 15 now. Henderson with a long
shot.
Three off the rim. Rebound by Michelle Morgan. And a three-pointer by Collins. No good. We have a whistle. Travel down to the other end of the court.
Looks like it was on number 24.
Was that Henderson with the
Henderson.
travel?
Yes, sir.
And they're going to give the ball. Back to Salem with 6 seconds to go. They're going to have to get a shot up. Henderson from straight on. Nothing. No good. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half.
Piedmont 46, Salem 27.
Kirby, has been an interesting first half. I think it took Salem a while to get started, but then they had a certain where they were going toe-to-toe with this team.
It was, and I think what was happening during that time, what we saw, or what I saw, Mike, was that Salem kind of took possession of how fast the momentum of the game. They took possession of that, and when they did that, they were able to turn points. And once they did that, when Piedmont was all over them on their full court press, it threw Piedmont out of the game because Salem slowed it down and took it to their game.
And as soon as Salem lost that and started playing Piedmont's basketball, it was lights out because they were not going to be able to contend with that caliber of players on a full court run and gun type of a game. And I think what Coach Mooney's going to do at halftime is tell them, we don't need to outrun this team because we're not going to do it. We're just not going to be able to contend with that type of an offense. So, but even with a 19-point deficit, I think by watching this first half, it doesn't seem like that the point spread is that big.
It does not, because it has been a very back and forth game.
And it seems like that not too many moments ago, it was like up by one. But when you try to play their style, and you don't have the athletes to do that, and the size and the speed, then it's not going to come out in your favor.
Right.
But it has been an entertaining first half. We found out that we have different numbers on the roster, and we do it. And I had my A1 photographer, Ms. Cameron Hutchins, go over to the on the other side of the court and get some of these numbers straightened out. So she is kind of a multitasker.
Yes, she is.
And I have another photographer that has done a tremendous job for our website, and I want to give a shout out to this young lady, Tracy Akers. She couldn't be here today; she's under the weather. But I'm telling you, between Cameron Hutchins and Tracy Akers, we got it covered. I got it covered. I think
got it covered.
So I want to say, and Tracy did a lot of work for us this summer and this fall at the quarter midget racetrack. So Tracy, thank you for doing that. I'm amazed.
And don't forget the football game.
But she went. Yes, she did a football game, and she's going to do some basketball. I'm amazed at some of the pictures that Tracy and Cameron took at the racetrack.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they do a lot of. People don't realize being a photographer at any sporting event, the things that you observe and things that you're able to capture that nobody else recognizes in the arena.
Right.
So it's always fun to go back and look at pictures. So enough of that. Have we given Tracy and Cameron enough pat on the back?
I think you give them too much.
Uh-oh. Are they going to get a big head?
Oh, my God.
She's texting. It's halftime. Let's take a break.
She's updating the status.
There you go. But this is the end of the first half, and I believe they're bringing a stat sheet over to us so we can fill the folks in on what the numbers. We know it tells a story. We're not sure what yet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we're going to take a look here at the stats, and to no surprise for Salem, the leading scorer is going to be Henderson with 8 points. She made those couple breakaway layups and gave her no one's in double figures. We have Q Lewis has 6 points, and on 2 threes. One bucket and 1 free throw. But on the other end of the floor with the powerful Piedmont Lion offensive attack, which averages 80-plus points a game, and they're right on target today to get at least 80 or 85 points in this game. Number 21, LaShonda Jones, has 13 points for the Lions, and she's been very active in the lane. She's one of the few that hasn't made any three-pointers.
She's your inside person.
But she's 3 for 5 from the foul line and 5 for 6 from the field. I mean, that's impressive to be 5 for 6. Plus, she throws in a couple of assists, and she did pick up 1 rebound. And rebounding has been pretty much an advantage. Number-wise, they're getting out rebound 24-20, which to me is not that big a difference based on what we saw as far as the size of the Piedmont players. But they have Dakota Sullins has 4 rebounds for the Lions, which is has 4, and Q Lewis picked up 5 boards for Salem. So Lewis has she's having a good game, another great game today with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 glaring. Committed 4 turnovers in the first half, and unfortunately the Lions or actually the Salem is leading that category, which you don't want to lead that category, 12-9 in turnovers, and so a three turnover advantage. If they score 6 points, that's 6 more that they don't have right now. So
that would put them closer in the ball game for their
kind of a game that Salem can afford to lose on the stat sheet, because stats will end up making the score, and if you can't out rebound, or if you can't, it's going to be an interesting, if not a long, second half for Salem. But as we mentioned, if you're sitting here watching this ball game, at least from our vantage point, it doesn't seem like a 19-point advantage. The game seems to be
equally matched.
It seems to be being played much closer than that. And there's been a lot of contact low down. There's been some foul called. There's been some they've let go. But when you get 2 or 3 players going for the ball under the bucket, and one thing that I've noticed that Piedmont is not afraid of doing, that's drive the lane. I mean, if there's a little bit of an opening, they just drive right down the lane, and usually they either convert the layup or they draw to it, 2 or 3 fouls. So it's always good to watch. Watch the. I'm being paged here for a photograph, which I don't know where it's.
I don't know.
I know I don't want to be on the wall of the post office, so we'll see what. Now, see, Cameron can run an expensive camera. I don't know what she can do with an iPhone. Oh my gosh, these 2 people look like they've been. Wow.
Been through the war here, huh?
But why don't we take a couple. Get me going again.
I think I'm going to need it myself on this one, Mike.
So we're going to take maybe a couple-minute break and run a few commercials while Kirby and I get our breath. So, again, it's halftime at Salem College in Winston-Salem. They are trailing the Piedmont Lions from Demorest, Georgia, 46-27. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Hey, it's Big, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western. We're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at BibbsDowntown.com.
Hey, this is Leonard Burton, varsity basketball player from Winston-Salem Christian School. You're listening to TriadSportsCoverage.com.
Today, community means more than the place you live. It's groups of people connected by shared interests and similar experiences. Your yoga class, your work colleagues, your book club. With all the communities in your life, shouldn't there be one for your financial life? We're First Community, financial experts here to work with you on your personal, business, investments, and insurance needs. That's the power of community.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
Hi, this is Miranda McKinney, Athletic Director at Winston-Salem Christian School, and you're listening to TriadSportsCoverage.com.
And we are back live at Salem College in Winston-Salem.
There you go.
North Carolina.
The defibrillator's been put away. Mike is back in action.
This is the home of Salem College Sports, TriadSportsCoverage.com. And Kirby, I don't know if you how familiar you are with Salem College. It's a small girls' college here in Winston-Salem. But their soccer team, which I had the privilege of covering in the fall, are just unbelievable. They went through the NCAA Division III National Tournament again this year. Unfortunately, they draw the number 2 team in the country. Every year they go to that tournament, Lynchburg, Virginia, and they were eliminated after one game, but they are one great soccer program. Coach Jay Callahan does a great job. He recruits local kids. There are also some kids from out of state that come and play soccer for him. He goes to these showcase tournaments around the state and finds the young ladies that. And what's impressive about Mr. Callahan is it's not only the soccer player he's looking for, it's the individual, the person who's going to represent Salem College, is going to represent the sport of soccer, and is also going to be an all-critical team player. Because, you know, when you go to another level of play from high school to college or from middle school to high school, and you were like maybe the star on the team.
Right.
And you kind of strut around like everybody notices me. Well, those are the kind of players that sometimes don't fit into a successful team environment.
This is true.
And even though he gets very good players, he wants to know what they're all about. You know,
right.
Can they come around here? And he dresses 30 players in a soccer game. And obviously, in any sport, there's X number of players that have to be on the field at one time. And in soccer, it's 11. So you got 20 almost players watching the game. But invariably, his team is so good that they'll get ahead by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 goals, and everybody plays, which is great for team morale.
Exactly.
And the good thing about it is when he brings in what we call substitutes, you see no fall off in talent.
Right.
He does such a great job of recruiting. He's got 30 kids that could, I would say,
they're all starters.
Most of them could start in most schools. So I just want to give him a shout-out. He was also the Coach of the Year at the Great South Atlantic Conference, and their program has gone from, I think, the first year he coached, they were 2 and, I don't know, and now they are, you know, they end up with the 20-some wins every year. So it's been fun to watch that program this year. And when we were invited to also do basketball, I think we were invited. Maybe we invited ourselves. I'm not sure.
I think sometimes you invite yourself.
Is that what happens? But
no, I'm just kidding, Mike. You're a great guy here on this. Mike's getting some input coming on.
We were very fortunate. We met the athletic director at Salem, and she's standing over here to my right, Melissa Barrett, and we kind of hit it off right off the bat, you know, and she's been really nice and cooperative, helping us. She sets up our table for us through basketball games. And we've actually committed. I know I've been committed before, but I've gotten out of that.
Well, now the paperwork doesn't show you've gotten out of it.
But we actually, we're going to broadcast all their home games, basketball, and we may even go to a road game. We haven't decided. And we're going to broadcast their softball games in the spring, which is right down the road here. When you were lost this morning talking to me on the phone,
right,
you went by the softball field.
Yes.
We're going to broadcast. And one of the neat things about doing Salem College, some of the young ladies that I see, I covered in high school, and some of them remember this old guy when they see me.
Right.
I was doing a soccer game, and a softball player that I'd known from a local high school came walking by, and we looked at each other, and I kind of waved, and she just came over and gave me a big hug, which made my heart really speed up, you know. I mean, you don't get many hugs from young college girls. But she's such a great young lady. Now she's playing softball here. There's another lady from the same high school that'll be playing. So one of our things that we enjoy at Triad Sports Coverage is we get to I guess sometimes follow these young athletes from middle school to high school, now in college, and watch how they mature. But we are getting ready to start the second half, so we are getting the second half underway with Piedmont taking the ball, and they'll be going from our right to the left this half, and we'll be at Salem's end of the floor for the second half.
All right, kicking it off now is number 32, Brianna Barrett, bringing it in. Down to number 21, Miss Jones. Oh,
that was great. That was
not pretty, whatever that was.
Should have been a jump ball or a foul because the player left her feet, but no calls, so they're back down on. Now Salem is on offense and right in front of us this half. So here's a drive to the basket by Lewis, and she
is fouled on the way up with that one.
Now that was a muscle move. She was that player was hanging on her shoulder, and she just went right up, took her with her. So Mary Kate Rushton picks up her first foul, 3-point conversion the old way with a free throw, 30-46. Some full court man-to-man pressure.
Hannah McBride comes out, gets on her.
23.
Taylor up in the air, good three-pointer by Taylor.
That was Mary Kate Rushton.
That was Mary Kate. Taylor made the pass too.
That was a 3-point expert, Miss Mary Kate Rushton.
Good
Hannah
move
McBride,
in. Ooh.
That was going to be a nice pass, but there was two defenders between her and her teammate. Wide open lane to the nice play by number 12. They're going to say the ball went off the Piedmont player in a layup attempt. Number 21, that was LaShonda Jones driving.
Hannah McBride throwing back in.
Full court pressure. They had him in the corner, but nice over-the-top pass
to Krista.
Lolis. She drives the baseline. No good. Three-pointer. Or no, she's inside the line. No good on that shot by Amos. Again, Piedmont on the run. 23. Rushton.
Mary Kate Rushton.
Over to number 10, trying to get a nice play. And a putback on the rebound, number 25.
That's Dakota Sullins.
Sullins with a putback on that missed layup. But, again, it's full court press, up and down offense, a lot of running back and forth. Amos with the ball out top of the key, trying to get the offense set up. Oh, McBride broke behind her defender and was coming down the far side baseline, and the pass bounced in front of her and went off her hand out of bounds. So that was a very unsuccessful trip down the floor for Salem, which they can't afford to have. Henderson goes in for McBride.
Jones with the ball, looking for the setup. Doesn't see it, so she pulls out to number 25.
25, ball is blocked. Another block, 2 blocks for number 22.
Number 13, Q coming down with the ball. She gets it back to
Amos over to, that's going to be an offensive foul, number 20. No, they call a block on number 32.
That would be Brianna Barrett.
That's always, obviously, it's a judgment call, whether it's charging or blocked. From our vantage point, the Salem player, Henderson, initiated the contact.
Yes.
That should have been a charge. But referee saw it a different way.
First shot, no good.
Her first free throw is off the back of the iron, no good. It's a second foul called on Brianna Barrett. Henderson with her second free throw. It's up and short. Comes off the front of the iron.
Salem with the ball.
Hustles for the rebound.
Back over to
Lolis.
Throws it back up to the top of the key to Keenan Amos.
Amos, top of the key, looking for somebody to move, asking someone to.
Oh. She's directing traffic with it.
Trying to set a screen out front. Now she drives right through 2 players in the middle of the lane, but she is defended well. Nice running jumper by Lolis, but it is no good. They're going to call a foul against the, I think I might have been number 30.
Henderson.
So Zakai Henderson, her second personal foul here with 17-18 to go in the ball game.
Bayer inbounding the ball to number 32, Brianna. Turning it back to Jones. Jones with the ball driving under. Passes back out.
Way out in the corner, number 32 with a long shot. No good.
Number 25 gets away with a little jog there.
Nice baseline drive by 24.
24 is Julianne Baylor.
16:50 to play. Piedmont still in control of the ball game, 23-point lead.
With a major full court press going on.
Another tic-tac foul called out near the circle. Henderson trying to drive off the screen. She backs out. 21.
Tullis.
Nice running jumper. No good. Rebound.
Short.
Neither referee saw it, so they called it the other way.
That ball should have stayed in possession of Salem.
Yeah, but you saw the one referee look at the other referee. He looked at her like, I don't know. I wasn't watching the game.
What did you see? I was looking at the concession stand.
I saw number 10 had the ball standing on the end line. That would have been out of bounds.
That's
from
Piedmont. Number 32, Brianna Barrett with the pass inside.
Ooh, a nice layup that rolls off the rim for Piedmont. There's a lazy, nonchalant pass that is knocked out of bounds by
21
LaShonda Jones. Sabrina Shepard comes in for Alexiana Bush. And
Chandler Everson putting the pressure on.
Amos out top of the key. There's nice move by Henderson. That was a great backdoor move, but she just did not convert the layup, and she hits the ground after trying to come down with the rebound. And
Chandler Alverson
no good.
From the outside.
Rebound, number 13, Q Lewis.
Q's been real good jumping up and grabbing the rebounds today, Mike.
She's had a very active day, and obviously she's one of the go-to players on the floor.
Nice. Ooh.
That was a three-point attempt by Sabrina. A little fadeaway, and it hit the back of the iron and bounced off.
Jones going all the way down,
takes
loses
it full court, and no good. There's a rebound. Put back, number 24 is going to get called for a foul over the back on number 21, Crystal Lolis.
Number 24, Julianne Baylor.
So Lolis was about a foot shorter than Bayer, and actually fouled her when she went up for the layup, and she converts the first of two free throws.
Piedmont's free throw shooting has been extremely well lately today.
They definitely got their free throw shooting down. Lolis takes a break with Severs coming off the bench. Michaela Severs from Mount Airy, just right up the road.
Andy Griffin country.
And Barney.
Yeah. Uncle Barney. Severs bringing the ball down court.
There's a number 25 going to be called for a reach-in foul. Dakota Sullins. That's only her first personal of the day. It's a Salem ball, and no one wanted to take it out. There's a drive by number 24.
She drops the basket and takes a horrible fall coming down. A little slow getting up.
Kai Henderson, she just jetted through the lane and made the layup off the board, but she's a tiny person.
She's very tiny, but she had some altitude on that layup.
And she's playing amongst the tall pines under there, and if she hits someone, she usually is a loser in any kind of contact. Free throw is no good. Rebound, Lewis, great rebound. Back out to Collins.
Lewis with the ball back over to Severs. Severs in control, setting up the offense. Collins calls out. Back to number 32, Shepard.
Sabrina Shepard.
Over to Lewis.
Lewis top of the key, and now Shepard way out. Oh, my goodness.
Nothing but net.
That was
if you want to get back in the game, that's the way to do it.
It worked yesterday. That was an NBA three-pointer on that shot. 20-point lead now for Piedmont. 24 traveled. She picked up the ball before she dribbled. You know, that call is something that could probably be made almost every time someone goes for from a stationary position and starts a move to drive. Sometimes referees they have it in their mind that it's traveling, and sometimes they don't.
This is true. It all depends on which way the wind's blowing that day, Mike.
And it's not blowing in the building, so we're in trouble.
We're in trouble. It's just bouncing off the wall.
Another great play by Henderson on
Under
the
the
backdoor
basket.
play. Henderson has got that defense figured out, and she breaks down the baseline right wide open for another two-pointer.
Number 24, Julianne Bayer with the ball across court to number 13, Miss Charlie Shields. Back to number 10. Number 10 being Miss Carly with it. Where we're going?
Number 12 with the ball, looks out for. Now the ball is almost taken away by Henderson. Very aggressive defense. It is taken away by Q Lewis.
Q going to slow the pace down, coming back down the court.
37-55. Another
long shot.
Shot by Sabrina Shepard, and it is no good.
Nice behind the back pass by number 20, Chandler Alverson.
Yes, she was fouled by, looks like maybe number 32. I was talking to Cameron Hutchins, our photographer, before the game, and I was explaining Zakai Henderson, number 24, and there's a player that plays on the boys' high school team at the school she goes to, and he reminds me of her. He's just a small stick of dynamite, and when he gets on the floor, he's 110% everywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And he creates havoc on defense when he's full court pressure. He's on the floor, diving after the ball, and it's just the way Henderson plays.
Yes, sir. Henderson is all over it.
First free throw is good. Number 10 at the line, and she converts both of those free throws.
That's Taylor.
Sokowski.
And she comes off the court. And Jones comes back in, number 21.
You let me say Zukowski, and you
I
said
sure
Jones.
did.
That's great.
That's right. Had a good teacher, Mike.
Yeah. So number 24, Henderson, bringing the ball up. She's being closely guarded, and there's a nice screen. There's a pick and roll, but the ball is taken away by
Jones, number 21.
She's hacked a couple times, no call. Number 32 drives
Brianna
right
Barrett.
up the heart of the lane, no good, off the board. Henderson with the rebound behind the back dribble, and it goes off the back of her foot. She pats herself like it was my bad, and it was.
Sometimes that showing off with behind the back is not the thing to do.
Sometimes you have to slow down and play fundamental basketball, and she just got a little excited.
Hard push there by number 21, Jones.
Ball goes right through number 24's hands, who was coming down the baseline.
Overthrown past the Q. It's all picked up by number 24. Sievers with the ball. Nice three-pointer. Nothing but net.
Number 22, Alexiana Bush with a three-pointer.
Pull the game back into 17 points range.
And
Mike.
number 20 answers for the
two-pointer.
Chandler Alverson, 40-59.
Sievers with some moves coming down the court. Ooh, that was a nice long pass out there. Jones taking it back down court. Looks like Piedmont's trying to slow the pace down a little bit.
Nice drive. Jones driving the baseline. We have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Money. We're going to take a 30-second break, if that's okay with you.
With 12 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
And the score is 61-40. Piedmont on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, it's Big, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western, we're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at bibsdowntown.com.
So that's bibsdowntown.com?
That's bibsdowntown.com.
Let me hold your phone. I need to place an order real fast.
Where the barbecue is not Eastern.
Not Western.
It's Bestern.
Bestern Barbecue. At
Barbecue with a downtown vibe.
It is a really nice place over there, by the way.
Pitmaster Mark is a barbecue champion on Pitmasters on TV.
Yes, sir. I remember that.
And Mr. Robert Moreau is one of the owners who has been very, very supportive of our Triad Sports coverage activity over the last couple of years, and we appreciate that. They are our official sponsor for broadcasting, just as our race broadcasting was sponsored by a young man named Chris Youngchuck and Flash Products. His motors won 11 of 13 races at the Fall Nationals.
You know we run Flash motors in our race cars.
I know that.
Hey Chris, I need a discount after that one.
Yeah, we give you a free plug, Chris. Come on, man. We are back underway here on the
Jones with the steal from Piedmont, driving it down.
And Jones again blows right by the defender, and it's Henderson with the foul.
I think frustration starting to set in on both teams with Piedmont not being able to blow them out.
Yeah, I think Piedmont's probably a little bit surprised at the way Salem has hung into this ball game, but they've been able to maintain a double-digit lead here for quite a bit. So they may have taken some of the wind out of the sail of Salem. I think it's Salem hasn't given up; they're still giving a great effort, but I think the writing's on the wall here with the 22-point lead now. With second free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Bush.
Back to number 12, Keenan. She's pulling back up, going to set the game up her way. As we're waiting,
entry pass down low to Bush, and she is fouled going up by number 12. Possibly number 12 may have committed that foul.
Being Carly Sales. What's interesting to me, Mike, is that Piedmont was doing a severe man-on-man. It looks like they pulled back to a zone on the last couple of plays.
And I don't know if they're if that's their normal mode of operation, but after they get up by 20 points, that's not much more you can do. I mean, you're
right.
First free throw by Bush is no good. Steps back up on the line, and the second one is up, and it is good. 41-62, 11:37 to go.
Bridget Kelly with the ball for Piedmont. Back out to Miss Jones, number 21. Going down to Carly Sales.
32 drives the lane.
Brianna.
She is rejected by, I think that was Bush that rejected that shot down low.
Now what Piedmont has to do now is they can't just ride off Salem at this point, because Salem's been playing a little too well for them to write them off and just back up.
Rebound is hauled in by Bush, and she is fouled. As you mentioned too earlier, you get someone hot hitting threes, and before you know it, you can make up a double-digit deficit. So Piedmont needs to, continue their game, and if Salem is good enough to narrow the gap, then so be it. But you don't want to get out of your game plan. I don't think you want to continue what got you to this point. That free throw is too strong by Bush, kind of a line drive off the back of the rim. So Mary Kate Rushton comes in, and for the
Taylor Skaczynski, is that right?
For the Lions, it's Taylor.
Second one, no good. Cues up with the ball. Salem still gains possession of the ball.
Amos over to Collins, over to Lolis.
Nice cross-court pass.
And the referee is very consistent. I will give him credit for that. And I've watched him referee some high school games, and he will not let you get away with that stutter step when you pick up your dribble and start to move. So I think he's consistent.
He's consistent.
There's
nice cross-court pass.
Pass number 23.
Number 23 to Mary Kate Rushton, putting it up.
65-41.
That was a WNBA shot there.
It was long range. So Amos with the ball, looking over to Collins around the perimeter. Skip pass back over to Collins, and there's a three-pointer off the back of the rim. Rebounded by number 12, Amos, and the ball is taken away from her.
Number 2, Erin Clifford takes the ball down. Pass back over to Bridget Kelly. Bridget Kelly back over to Waziewski. That's it.
Number 12 is Carly Sales. No good. Number 10,
Taylor
Swazowski.
There you go.
Long three-pointer by Swazowski.
A lot of fumbling around.
Whoa, three-pointer by number 4, Bridget Kelly. That was a great three-pointer from deep in the corner.
Couldn't even see her from our vantage point here. She just put that one up, and it was gone. Piedmont back in the zone defense.
Wide open under the bucket. Number 13, Q Lewis with a
little turnaround
jumper off the board. 60-58. We have 9 minutes to go in the ball game. 9 minutes and 13 seconds.
And we have your stutter step called again.
No, we have a foul called this time on number 13, Q Lewis, with a personal foul number 2 in the ball game.
Number 12, Carly Sales coming out. And Julianne Bayer back in. One thing's been proven on this game today, Mike. Piedmont is a long-range team. There's another shot goes
that was
up in the
way
air.
off the mark. That was. She kind of smiles like, "Yeah, I knew I blew that one." But that was Rushton, I believe. That
was number
very
23,
uncharacteristic of her not hitting the net on those three-pointers. There's a travel not called by Q Lewis, but bounces off the board, no good. Rebound goes to the Lions. There's a dive, number 21. Lola's dove for the rebound. They're going to call her, I believe, with the foul. She dove for the ball, and when she dove, the player from Piedmont actually made contact and hit the floor. So obviously, 21 initiated the contact, and we call it a foul.
Piedmont doing a lot of inside here now. Number 4, another long-range shot.
Good hustle and rebound by Piedmont. Now it rolls out of bounds, and it's going to go to Salem. A couple substitutes coming in. Henderson's coming back, and Michaela Sievers coming in for Salem. Amos and Bush take a seat on the bench. No, Amos and Lolis, Bush is still on the floor. Sievers running the offense at the point, looking over for Henderson. Right side, looking down low, no one open. Henderson almost traveled.
Q with the ball.
Q Lewis with an outlet pass.
Back out to Sievers. Sievers through the middle.
Drives the lane on a running
Nice
floater.
layup.
Great shot by Mount Airy's Michaela Sievers. 8 minutes to go, 45-68. There's a behind, like a baseline layup that was no good. I think we called a foul.
Looks
Taylor
like
Shozowski is fouled for the Lions. Number 20.
the pace has majorly dropped off here. I don't know if Piedmont's running out of steam on it, but it seems like Salem's holding their own still.
Yeah, and they've made a lot of substitutes. Both teams have been substituting pretty freely. So
Q with the drive.
Nice
down.
pass to Henderson, who had broken down the baseline. She's had about 3 of those where she gets behind the defender. She is so quick, like she's here 1 minute and gone the next.
Right, and I've noticed she knows how to do a pick and roll real quick.
Mm-hmm. 3-pointer, no good. Going
Salem
for the rebound.
Q
Lewis gets the rebound. She is fouled by number
10, I think it is.
10 or 24. Or 2. 10 or 2, I don't know.
Number 2.
2.
That's Erin
Clifford out of Gainesville, Georgia. She's a 5'4" guard. I know what 5'4" looks like.
You killing me, Mike.
7 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and
Q with
Lewis
the first shot.
Hits her first free throw and makes it a 20-point game now in favor of the visiting Piedmont Lions, not your Salem Spirits.
Q
Another
with
free
another
throw
one.
is good.
Good again.
49-68, 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. A three-point attempt by number 20. Nothing but net.
All the way downtown for Chandler Alverson.
Alverson hails from Dacula, Georgia. Greater Atlanta
Georgia.
Christian School. Q Lewis at the free throw line. Passes it back out front. Now it's over to Sievers. Deep in the corner, back to Lewis, and she takes a step back and fires a line drive shot that goes for two, I believe they're going to call that.
I think it's two on that one.
20-point game, 51-71.
Piedmont is number 4.
Another
goes off
two-pointer. Number 2, the three-pointer, no good. Bounces off the rim.
Henderson on the way back down with it all the way. Q with the follow-up.
Nice play by Lewis. Rebound. She has fouled, no call. They're going to call a jump ball. She was pulled to the ground by the person from Piedmont who had the rebound, but she had her arm around Q's arm. But as I...
Number 2 or number 20 that had her pulled her down?
It was, yeah. But now we've got Ashlyn Rector taking the ball in for Salem, and the ball is saved by
number 13,
Carly
Shields
for Piedmont. Piedmont is quickly down to their end of the floor. Number 20 dribbling it out front. Oops, she
just
faked out her own teammate with that pass. Number 13 went to the right, and the pass went to the left. So it is a turnover. Ball will be coming back down this end of the floor. Salem on the short end of a 51-71 score, 5:55 and counting to go in the ball game.
Seaver setting up her offense.
Seaver's in the lane, trying to make an entry pass, was kicked. Should have been a new 30 seconds after the kick ball. Reset the shot clock and give the ball back to the Spirits.
Which is Ashlyn Rector's taking it out for the Spirits.
Well, they're not going to reset the shot clock, but that was clearly a kick out of bounds. So we got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to get the ball off. There's a shot from the corner. No good. Rebound, Piedmont.
Number 3, Lauren Zollinger passes off to number 20.
And number 20 drains a short jumper. Chandler Alverson with 2 points. 73-51.
Seavers back down on this end. Over to Q. Q with the outside.
And
trying to set up something here, trying to pull the defense out on them. They do require that.
Went into Sabrina Shepard, and it was knocked out. I think number 25 knocked it out for Piedmont. So on the baseline, they're going to give it back to Salem over in the far corner.
Ashton Rector with a nice fake pass in. Seavers with a shot at the buzzer.
They're going to say the 30-second clock expired. They're going to wipe that off.
That was that was nice.
It was right off the backboard. You have to call those in horse. But no points allowed on that shot as the shot clock did expire. And again, back on the move is the offensive Piedmont. Nice block by Seavers.
Seavers is all over
it today. She is on a fast break. She's going to go through 3 players, and she had to be fouled by one of the 3.
Because it was just like going in a corn maze there when she went through there.
She was the smallest body amongst those 3 players, and she got the foul, so she should get 2 shots, I believe, for Michaela Seavers. First one is up, and no good. Bounced off the front of the rim and rolled off the side, did not fall in, so we have a second free throw coming up with 4:40 to go in the ball game.
Looks like she's rushing her shots there, Mike.
Yeah, she is, and that one was a little bit short too. So they could be getting a little bit tired. It's been a hectic ball game. A lot of running up and down the floor. Piedmont looking to get the ball again low.
Lauren back over to number 20.
Number 3 taking a 3-pointer up in and out. And two Salem players fight for the rebound, and they are not successful. It goes out of bounds. Piedmont will get possession under their board. Henderson comes in for Sievers for Salem.
Henderson and Sievers both have been a good presence as far as the game goes. Not very high scores, but action makers going on.
They're going to call that foul number 13, I believe, on Q Lewis. Both her and Henderson converged on the Henderson player, on the Piedmont player, but could have been a foul either player. They chose to whistle on number 13. Dakota Sullins' first one is good.
Dakota was another one of those in warm-up that was not missing too much of her warm-up shots.
She's from DeLonga, Georgia, Lumpkin County High School. Have no idea where DeLonga, Georgia is.
Can't say that I've been to that place, Mike.
It's probably on the one of a few you haven't been to, Kirby. Second shot is up and good. I think you mentioned earlier how good the free throw shooting is for Piedmont.
They've been very spot on today with the free throws.
They made 9 of 13 in the first half, and they haven't slouched off any in the second half. So Henderson with the ball here right in front of us, right off the elbow, and she's looking for someone down low. She does make a pass into Lolis. Lolis is forced out of bounds as she drives the baseline by number 24.
Julian Bayer.
It's 10 team fouls this half against Piedmont. A lot of contact on this aggressive type play, taking the ball to the hoop. Lola's with 2 free throws. First one's up and good.
She did not rush that one like Sievers did earlier. She took her time, calmed it down, which is what they've got to do now with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game.
Oop, off the back of the rim. It's coming. Almost got a rebound, Kirby. But
I know. I was going to have to run a pick for you, Mike.
But Solis was in a hurry to come get it before it hit us. So, or Sullins. Number 3, entry pass to Sullins. Nice drive by Dakota Sullins. She drove and went up with her left hand. Took one of the defenders with her and was actually fouled. Going to be the 4th foul on Sabrina Shepard, the 18th foul. And we have Collins is entering the ball game for
Sullins makes her free throw.
Sullins makes a free throw, converts a three-pointer the old-fashioned way, 78-52. And bringing the ball up floor is Shaniqua Collins over to Lolis. She drives, gets out of control, goes up and throws up a prayer off the board, and it is no good. Quickly down the floor, beautiful pass, and there's going to be a foul called on Shaniqua Collins. It's going to be
Dakota.
Dakota Sullins going to the free throw line. That was a great 3 passes to get the length of the floor, and
it was.
And Dakota Sullins broke for the basket on the right side, and she went up. She was fouled, and nothing but net on these free throws. This is just about a typical Piedmont game as far as the scoreboard. They've now hit the 80-point mark, which they average 84.5 a game. They hold teams to 62. Salem's only scored 52, so I would say that if you're going to be playing Piedmont this year, you might want to bring your A game.
This is true.
Sievers is back on the floor for the Salem Spirits, bringing it up floor with McBride. From McBride over to
Ashlyn
Rector, and then she brings it back over to Sievers. There's a pass down the lane to 22,
Bush.
Alexiana Bush, young lady from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Alexiana Bush, shooting 2.
So Bush with 2 free throws here with 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go. First one rolls off the front of the rim. No good. I think the Salem players look pretty much exhausted. This is the second game in 2 days, and both games have been physical games. They've been tough games, and I think it's starting to show on the faces of these players. They're kind of worn out.
Bush hits her second free throw.
There's a long-range shot by Mallory Rockhill from the Piedmont lines.
Piedmont looking to spread out the defense there.
Number 13,
Downtown.
three-pointer, Carly Shields.
Was she in the bleachers when she shot that one?
Almost. She was actually at home in Oaks Bluff, Alabama. There's a takeaway.
That's number 33, Autumn Brooks.
She goes the length of the floor. 5'6" guard from Royston, Georgia, Franklin County High School. There's an entry pass down low. There is going to be a travel called on number 33, but no, they didn't call a travel. She walked across the lane, so Michelle Morgan did, but they called a foul, I guess. So Mallory Rockhill is called for her first foul. Mallory is a 5'9" guard from Goodyear, Arizona.
Nice three-point shot. Conversion.
Three-point conversion. Yep. 56-85. 2 minutes to go in this ball game. And the second half has been all Piedmont, even though the Spirits put up a good fight in the first half and have nothing to be ashamed of. They met a great team here today, and the
definitely
game,
kept challenge on them.
The game has turned out just almost about the way you expected. There's a long shot by Carly Shields, bounces off the iron and goes out of bounds. Will be coming down this way with Salem bringing the ball inbounds. McBride over to Severs. McBride, Severs, Michelle Morgan, Ashlyn Rector with a three-pointer, no good. She is fouled. Number 20 or number 33, Michelle Morgan. She will go to the line.
With 1:28 to go on the line.
And she's from Ringgold, Georgia. Miss Morgan is, so she's
nice.
A senior player for the Salem Spirits. First free throw is perfect. Minute 28. Time starting to tick away, which is probably not a bad thing for Salem. And the second one rims out. Rebound goes over to Rockhill. And skip pass of 33 for Piedmont. Three-point shot.
Zoller.
No good by Zollinger. Hannah McBride going the length of the floor. The floater, and it rolls around and rolls in for a two-pointer.
58 seconds
58
to go.
seconds, and they...
The traveling call, it looks like.
No, they're making substitutions. I think the player may have wanted to come out. So number 13 takes the ball in. Carly Shields for Piedmont. Long downtown three-pointer from Autumn Brooks.
The mailman was not at home to open the box for that one.
That was from a different zip code.
Severs bringing the ball back down.
40 seconds, and Severs.
Out to McBride.
McBride looking for someone to pass it over to Rector, and she has her floating running jumper down the lane, and no good. Falls short. Rebound
Carly
off
Shields.
to Shields. She dribbles down the floor over to number 4. That was Bridget Kelly. Kelly at top of the key looking for entry pass to Rockhill. Bounces off her foot. There's a three-pointer by
Bridget Kelly.
10 seconds to go in the ball game, 88-59. That was
Sievers brings it down. Oh,
three-pointer by
Bush.
Alexiana Bush with a three-pointer. And with that three-pointer, that's going to close this ball game out. And Kirby, the game came out just about the way I was thinking it might come out.
Well, like you said,
look at the stats,
according to Piedmont's
84 scoring points versus 62 on defense, scores 88-62.
Yes.
So whatever Salem had for Piedmont is exactly what the other 4 teams have had for them this year, because that's how they've beaten the other 4 teams. So congratulations to Piedmont.
Salem should definitely hold their head high in this one.
They definitely they had some great moments of play during the game. Obviously, it didn't turn out totally how they wanted it to, but I think they had some great things they can build on for Tuesday night's game against Emory and Henry. But Piedmont, they impressed me today with how they, from the opening or the pregame warm-ups, as you and I were sitting here at the table watching their players, they did everything with skill, everything
and precision,
and they knew they could shoot the threes, they could shoot free throws, they could drive the lane. They played great defense, great full court pressure defense. Did everything that produces winning ball teams, and that was what happened here today. Was Piedmont came ready to play, and I think they're going to have a great season. I think Salem's going to have a good season. I think that win yesterday is going to help turn the tide a little bit.
Well, and this is Brittany Mahoney's first year.
Right.
Brittany Mahoney's first year. And as a first-year coach, to come out and hang tough with a team like this of Piedmont and keep them, it wasn't a blowout. It was in their typical standards.
Yep.
So
it was clear.
I think it was a great deal.
Our lady statistician from Salem College brings over the final stat sheet, which is probably not going to be real surprising. For Salem, it was Q Lewis with 15 points. And it was Henderson actually contributed 14 points. So that was the 2 players in double figures for Salem today. Big rebounding day for Q Lewis. She had 12 boards, 10 defensive rebounds.
That's impressive for today.
And you could tell Q was she was definitely on her game, and she had a great effort in this loss at home. For the winning Piedmont Lions, it was number 21, LaShonda Jones. No surprise there, because every time we looked up, she was taking the ball to the hoop. So she had 16 points. And Dakota Sullins had 13 points. Dakota was 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Now, coaches talk about how important free throws are. As a team, Piedmont shot 19 of 24. Now, that'll win you a lot of ball games if you can shoot 19.
That'll take you over the edge right there.
And conversely, the Spirits only connected on 8 of 19 shots. So the number of attempts were not a lot of difference in the number of attempts. Fouls called was pretty even. So it was a game of a better team beating a good team is where we'll put it, because Piedmont definitely they're going to have a lot of wins this year. They've got a lot of basketball players, a lot of good talent on their team. So again, the final score was 88-62 in favor of Piedmont. We want to invite everyone to tune in on Tuesday night. I believe the game time is 7:30. We'll be on the air 15 minutes prior to tip-off. It'll be Emory and Henry coming in to take on the Salem Spirits, their last ball game before Christmas break. So I'll be here with Mark Pruitt, who is a local journalist for the local newspaper. He's also wants to do some announcing, has done some announcing, and he'll be here in place of Kirby on Tuesday. So I think you're going Christmas shopping to buy my present Tuesday, I believe. Is that the plan?
Was it Tuesday?
It was some Tuesday. I'm not sure which one. But
okay. I thought it was Wednesday.
It could have been. But it was a great effort, great ball game. Again, hats off to Piedmont, the Piedmont Lions for coming in and doing exactly what we had. Purvis for coming in and helping me bring this action to all the folks live on the TriadSportsCoverage.com. Thanks to Cameron Hutchins for being our on-site photographer. And again, final score 88-62. We'll be back Tuesday evening, 15 minutes before tip-off. So this is Mike Pettaway for Kirby Purvis for TriadSportsCoverage.com saying thanks for listening, and we will talk to you on Tuesday evening.